Hi there guys, I hope you are having a good day. So, Oleksandr Usyk versus Derek Chisora, October 31st this weekend. What a fight this is going to be. Eddie Hearn has explained that Derek Chisora is pushing the WBO to make Derek Chisora mandatory if he knocks out Oleksandr Usyk this weekend. Derek Chisora has also explained himself that the way he is going to come for this man will be unbelievable. So, you have two fighters in completely different stages of their careers, and you have an undisputed cruiserweight champion jumping up. Derek Chisora has fallen victim to maybe his ill discipline over the years, and at times he hasn't performed at his best, but Derek Chisora, extremely motivated and at his best, is a danger for anyone in the heavyweight division. That is why Oleksandr Usyk will not take him lightly, and he seems rejuvenated with David Haye as a part of his team. So Derek Chisora has this different outlook on boxing, and he's not necessarily bothered about winning world championships, but he is bothered about these big fights. These are the fights that make Derek Chisora interested. These are the fights that make him want to get in there, under the lights, in front of the fans, or no fans, and get these fights done. Usyk was a fight that he called for. He called out Oleksandr Usyk, and Usyk obliged to that fight, which is very risky considering he is WBO mandatory, so he could just wait for his opportunity at Anthony Joshua, but he's not doing that. He is gambling instead, which deserves a huge amount of respect for Oleksandr Usyk, especially considering he's fighting someone like Chisora, who, yes, has 9 losses on his resume, but also always comes back. Chisora is only ever 1 fight away from being relevant again, and his last few performances tell you that Chisora is completely different to the old Chisora we knew. He is different, he is rejuvenated, he is more motivated than ever to win these kind of fights, to be in these kind of fights. Chisora in the past didn't really take it as seriously as he does now, but he has that hunger, that fire in his belly to win this fight. Now of course the question is, how does Derek Chisora deal with someone like this who is so fast, moves so well, and has incredible boxing IQ and ring craft? It seems almost mission impossible for Derek Chisora, but that is what he is all about. He is all about mission impossible. And yes, he has fallen victim to maybe certain things in the past, like not being disciplined, like not being prepared, like not really wanting to be there fighting. I mean, he has the build up and that, but once he gets into the ring, it seems like maybe he's not that bothered about it. But that has gone now. Chisora is focused, he is locked in for this fight. So the tactics will be very interesting to see how Derek Chisora approaches this fight. Does he try and box with him? Probably not. Does he try and walk him down? Maybe not the best idea considering Usyk isn't so good with his movement and footwork, and fast as well. So he doesn't want to get caught by counters from Oleksandr Usyk, so just going forward and walking him down isn't going to be the best option for Derek Chisora. Standing in the centre of the ring, dictating that distance and the pace of the fight is probably a better move, but that seems completely impossible and implausible against someone like Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk does like to be on the front foot though. He does like to apply pressure and come around to the side. That is when he can get those angles going, is when he is coming forwards and then he drifts off at angles, he swivels. But if Derek Chisora can start to pressure Usyk and push him back, which again seems completely impossible, but that's what he needs to do. Take centre ring, not necessarily just walk forwards with his hands up and expect to land counter shots, because he won't. Chisora will not be able to land those kind of shots on Usyk because Usyk is too fast, moves too well, and has enough about him defensively to avoid those shots. So what can Derek Chisora do in order to break down Oleksandr Usyk? Well, first of all, the glaring thing would be go to the body. But again, Usyk moves so well. He is just as hard to hit to the body as he is to the head. So what he does need to do is try and grab at centre ring. I look at what Teofimo Lopez done against Lomachenko. Completely different, I know it's lightweights and these are heavyweights. But just look at the way Teofimo Lopez broke down Lomachenko, and not made him simple because Lomachenko is a puzzle, but he broke down the basics of boxing. Teofimo Lopez even said after the fight that he is basic, and he made it basic, kept it simple. So perhaps that is the way to do it. Not overcomplicate things, make those adjustments. For Chisora, you cannot imagine him being that kind of boxer, nowhere near the level of Teofimo Lopez. I mean, he has this stigma around him that he's just a brawler. But if you look at the way Teofimo Lopez approached the fight, he broke it down and made it simple. I mean, many fighters go in there either looking to knock out Lomachenko, or they look to do certain things here and there, like catch counter or something like that. Do certain things in there that are complicated. That's not the way to do it. Lopez kept it simple, and that is what Derek Chisora needs to do in there with Usyk. Keep it as simple as possible. It's not about this little adjustment here, that there, and all of these little things, like a catch counter, like slipping the jab and landing an uppercut, because Chisora isn't that kind of fighter. He's the kind of fighter who can make certain adjustments, like he did in the Carlos Takam fight. So Chisora has proven that he can make certain adjustments. Can he do it at this kind of level? That is going to be far more difficult than against someone like Carlos Takam. Takam was someone who pressured Chisora and pushed him back to the ropes, but Chisora always looks better when he is going forwards. When he went forwards, that is when he knocked Carlos Takam out. So that is kind of what he needs to do against Usyk, but educated. So he does need to take center ring. He's the bigger guy, 18 stone. He is a little bit shorter than Usyk, but still, he is the bigger, stronger man. He is the natural heavyweight. Usyk is coming up. So that is what Derek Chisora needs to do. Make that difference count. Any little advantage he has, punching power, and size, weight, he needs to make that count in there with Usyk, because Usyk is the best at utilizing every single attribute that he has in his favor. So that is what Chisora needs to do, and inflict that on Oleksandr Usyk. Now, as I said previously about Teofimo Lopez, Derek Chisora is nowhere near the level of boxer that Teofimo Lopez is. I'm not saying that he needs to do what Lopez done in order to beat Usyk. That's not the case, but what I'm saying is if you look at the way Teofimo Lopez mentally approached that fight, he wasn't scared of Lomachenko. He wasn't scared of what he brought to the table. He was focused on what he was doing and taking certain things away from Lomachenko. And the main thing there, keeping it simple. So I think that is what Derek Chisora needs to do. Chisora is the fighter he is. There is no reason why he should go away from that and try something different. His style is one that could bother Oleksandr Usyk. So that is why he needs to stick to that, as opposed to bringing in all of this different complicated stuff that maybe he is not built for. Derek Chisora is Derek Chisora, and he needs to be that guy when he gets in there with Oleksandr Usyk. That is his greatest weapon, because he can make certain adjustments in a fight. Yes, he does come forward and maybe can be considered as kind of a brawler at times, but maybe that could be one way in which he does inflict some damage on Oleksandr Usyk. Go down to the body, slow the guy down, and obviously use his size and weight, lean on him, slow him down, find a way to bring him down to Chisora's pace. That is what he needs to do in this fight. Chisora has said the way he's going to come for this man will be unbelievable, and I believe him going into this fight. Guys, we have a proper fight on our hands. October 31st, Halloween, we get Oleksandr Usyk versus Derek Chisora. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below, leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Also, who are you picking to win this matchup? Thanks guys.